Okay, I'm going to be setting the timer for about 5 minutes, and we're going to start this pep talk. Alright, so today you're going to be posting on the discussion board your first peer review, okay? And there are two papers up there already. I'm going to be posting mine fairly soon, and I think you have Kim's, and I'm not sure who the other one is who's posted. So basically, here's what I want to encourage you to do, okay? I want to have you, first of all, I want you to print out the rubric for the Peer Review Workshop 2 guidelines, okay? And I want you to read that really thoroughly, because you need to be able to do more than just click into it and do it casually, because this is worth some points and some significant points, and you need to not waste that, okay? So you've got actually 8 things you're going to be commenting on, and so you need to make a copy of that. No, so that's the first thing. Print out the rubric to Peer Review Workshop 2, Guidelines and Rubric. Then the second thing is you need to print out the milestone 3, the essay draft. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Research essay draft guidelines and grading rubric. And you see that? And then that's what you use, I hope, to follow, for your draft, okay? And then, so the other one is Peer Review Workshop 2, Guidelines and Rubric. So you have those sitting there, and so those, and one of the things it says in the rubric is, first of all, you need to read the, sorry about those little noises. That means I'm getting email. I can't turn off the noise because then you can't hear me. It's kind of a pep video. I don't think that's going to work looking at me, So basically, there's 8 points. Okay, here are the 8 points. You need to be looking at the person's introduction and thesis, number 1. Okay, you need to be looking at, second thing, your counter-argument and rebuttal. Not yours, but the other person's. Okay. And 3, you need to look at the quality of their research process as evident from the kinds of things that you could tell are there, okay? Did they look at just 2 websites, okay? Did they take 2 seconds and then 5 seconds to write the paper? Or did they take days and a couple of weeks, But did they go through all the steps that we need to do? Also, 4, I can't count. What's the integration of evidence like? Is it good? Now this section, the 4th section that you're critiquing, and note that they're only proficient, needs improvement, and not evident. Okay, so there's only 3 categories that you're going to be graded on in this thing. But you're going to be looking at the same. Oh, sorry. You're looking at the same way that that I'm going to be. Going to see if mark down any places that it's not integrated very well, because that's going to be important. That means maybe the person didn't do so well in paraphrasing. It's really hard to do that. So, also, what's their argument structure like? Should they put something in a different place, maybe? And the 6th thing, I think we have 6. 6 things. 6th thing is MLA APA guidelines. Depending on which one they follow, are they doing it right? Are they using the in-text citations correctly? And do they have the work cited set up correctly, or in APA style? It's also called in-text citation. And no. I'm to be recording again. Okay. So we have another little video I'm going to tape on here. Okay, the 7th point is how about the grammar? This is some things you can decide are correct or appropriate. In other words, it's correct in any situation or particular situation. That's style issue, okay? But grammar, there are rules of grammar. I mean, are they capitalizing things correctly? Are they leaving out apostrophes? Are they using subject-verb agreement? Are there run-ons? Are there fragments? Are there vague pronoun references? Okay, these are things to keep in mind, but you don't want to focus a lot. But there's only one section in that. But the 8th part is syntax. This is really probably a strong place that you can offer suggestions. And so this bell is going to ring any second. Sorry about that. And so syntax has to do with sentence structure and also word choice, and which actually means diction. What choices are you making in words? That also affects tone and things like that. So you got those 8 qualities, and those are on the rubric. So if you follow that rubric, you should be fine. But here's the way you need to write the peer reviews. Okay, here's what you do: is you write the strengths, a couple of strengths of the person's paper, not the person. Okay, what works, tell what works, and why it does work. 2 places at least. Okay, if you have more, that's great. What are some ways the person could improve? And you can say you need more detail. Now that's a directive, but you can go further, and that is what you should do is offer suggestions. You can say suggestions, detail like offer a little story that you're familiar with, or a hypothetical situation like somebody getting misdiagnosed or something like that. But then when end in positive ways. So in a way, it's kind of like boil it down: strengths, what works and why. Put those in 2 places at least, or notice 2 things at least. Suggest ways to improve, and then an overall summary at the end. Okay, and so in fact, when I was going through my graduate school training, we were taught these tactics too. And one of the things that I thought was real helpful was my professor taught us to write in 5 categories, actually, in those papers. And she said, think of 3 Ds. Describe what's there. Diagnose what's wrong. And then direct them with suggestions. And I thought those were really, really helpful. And that 3D approach is probably a good way to approach it. Now, here's your little pep talk. Okay. Now, you really need to post as often as you can, okay? And as early as you can. Because the sooner you do it, and the more you get it out of the way, the more you can do more. And then one of the things I noticed hardly anybody did with the last time was they didn't ask for clarification from people. And that way you'll see, oh, there's another post on the discussion board. And what it is a note to you saying, well, what do you think might be a good suggestion? And you could say, oh, well, maybe you could just change that last phrase and use a different emphasis, And that might mean changing an entire section. And that's okay. You can be totally different. As long as it works well, okay? But the thing is, what you need to do is start right away. And I need to do that too. So we're going to all start right away. You're going to all start right away, and you're going to do a fabulous job. Okay? That's true. That's today's Pep Talk.